They give me everything that I want and beyond. I'm not here to conform to him. I am not here to please him. He is there to please me.
And what's so special about you? Really, what is it?
You don't think that sometimes you should just preserve that bad energy for your man and your man only?
I look like a wife.
All the time you'll hear, I'm 23, I'm 22. I don't care about that. I don't care about marriage. Well, in a few years, you're gonna care because you're gonna want a husband. That guy is gonna look back and have a long history of videos and crap to look at, and you're just gonna be X'd out. OnlyFans star hits goal of sleeping with 1,000 men in 2025. How nasty, disgusting, I could just vomit. Wait, guys, you're not ready. We have video of all this. You're not freaking ready. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a brand new edition of the Jedediah Bila Show. Hit that subscribe button. Do it right now. Do it first. It's the most important thing. Hit that like button. Show some love. I'm so glad you're here. It is a packed show today. All right. We have Annie Knight. Y'all know Annie Knight, OF star Annie Knight. Well, she slept with 583 men in one day, and she chronicled it on video. So we are going to show that video. It's deeply crazy, wild, insane, disturbing stuff. But we're going to show you the video of how it all went down behind the scenes. I got it. Oh, yeah, I did. We're also going to talk about who she's engaged to. Something a little off there. Let's just say that. We're going to talk about a woman who she only dates men who make $50 million a year or more. It's such a low standard, you know? Okay, we'll talk. Well, let's take a look at her. Let's see what she's all about. We've got that and so much more today. You're not going to want to miss this show. It's going to be hot. It's going to be spicy. It's going to be wild. Okay, first I want to tell you about something. So y'all know how I partner with Aura, right? Aura to protect your financial security. Well, there was a viewer last week who went and followed my advice and looked to see how many times his passwords were on the dark web, his bank accounts, all that stuff that you want to keep private. He writes me an email this week, no joke, 52 times. He changed all of his passwords. He was like, thank you, Jed. I said, I told you this is free. So listen, aura.com/Jedediah. This is a free trial. It costs you nothing to go click, sign up, and see how many times your passwords are out there. Please don't let someone get a hold of your bank account. Please don't let your financial security be taken for no reason. This is why I partnered with Aura to get you the free trial. Now, what is Aura? I use it for myself. I use it for my whole family, my parents, everyone. It is identity theft protection, fraud monitoring, a VPN and password management, and antivirus software, and it's all in one app. You know, identity theft happens every 14 seconds in America. Please don't let that be you. It will destroy your finances. It will destroy your life for a period of time. Please, it's so avoidable. Now, Aura monitors the dark web for your emails, your passwords, your social security numbers, all that stuff, and it sends an alert right to your phone if something looks shady. Don't you want to know? This is so simple to me. If someone opens a credit card in your name, Aura sends a real-time alert. The VPN lets you stay anonymous online so people don't see what you're doing also. You want your privacy protected, don't you? And y'all know I talk about the system and the death of privacy. This is a way to protect it. And it's super user-friendly. I am not tech savvy. Trust me, neither is my dad, as you might imagine. Super easy, amazing, incredible service. Aura.com/Jedediah. It's also linked below in the description. All you have to do is go on and see. You click 2 weeks free a trial, and you're going to find out how many times your passwords have potentially been compromised, right? They're on the dark web. They could potentially be compromised. So I want to know. I want you to do that. Aura.com/Jedediah. Take it for free. Look, and then I want you to come back in the comments and let me know, hey, Jed, 42 times, 12 times, 6 times, 55 times. I couldn't believe it. The email I got, the guy was like, thank you. So that's who today's show is brought to you by. And I could not be happier that I partnered with them. They have saved, you know how many times I've gotten a message on my phone? I'm like, oh, that's not me. Thank you, Aura. Okay, let's dig in, y'all. This is going to be crazy. This might be the craziest video you have ever seen. I'm not playing. Okay, so first we're going to go to the article from the New York Post because this is how I found what was going on. Miss Annie Knight, who I didn't know. Some of you may know her. It says OnlyFans star hits goal of sleeping with 1,000 men in 2025. Nasty, disgusting, right? With more than half happening in one day. One day. All right, let's read. The adult content creator, dubbed Australia's most sexually active woman, has claimed to have already hit her target of sleeping with 1,000 people in 2025. Annie Knight vowed to bed the massive number this year and hoped at least half would be virgins. Oh, how kind. Nasty. Not even 6 months into the year, Knight claimed to news.com.au that she smashed her goal. thanks to one act. The Gold Coast-based content creator opened applications for men to have sex with her, and 2,000 people applied. 2,000 losers. I'll just add that in as an addendum. On Sunday, 583 men turned up to engage in an intimate act with her. When asked if this counted toward her goal, she confirmed it did. I hadn't even thought of that, she said. It was like 400 something, and I got 583. I feel like I would have made my goal already. Wow. I decided to book out a venue. Okay, you'll see it too. By the way, we have video of all this. We have video of all of it. You're going to see it. I decided to book out a venue and basically open a registration. Oh, how formal. And anyone who registers gets invited. I got about 2,000 registrations, sent them all the address, and gave them a time slot. She engaged in sex acts with 583 people over 6 hours. How nasty, disgusting. I could just vomit right here. No one was turned away, not one person. A requirement was that essentially every act required protection. There were even people employed in the room to check the protection was being worn. I hate to tell you, honey, but condoms don't protect you from everything. They just don't. Wake up, honey. Then she says the 27-year-old claims she was pretty strategic with it. Oh, business savvy. And even went to fellow adult star Bonnie Blue, another one, who infamously claimed to sleep with 1,000 people in a single day for advice. She filmed for an hour at a time before taking a 15-minute break. Is this not enough to make you just disgusting beyond measure? It was the 4th hour that I realized my arms were really sore. I'm like, my imagination starts to go and I start to feel like the vomit rising. And so was my back and my abs. I think that was the shocking thing for me, she said. I thought my legs would be sore, but they weren't. Genuinely, I say this with the utmost respect, she says. This is, just wait for it. But I don't understand why Lily Phillips cried after doing the 100. She said, referring to another adult content creator. I felt great. I felt empowered. I felt happy. Honey, you're numb. You are numb. You are so far beyond numb that it's sickening and sad. She said everyone who attended left with a smile. Oh, how nice, honey. Doing God's work, I see. Knight said she didn't regret the act at all. Now, I go to the bottom of the article. Wait, guys, you're not ready. You're not freaking ready. Knight announced her engagement to Henry Brayshaw last month, and I'm thinking, what the heck? Some guy got engaged to this woman? What a pathetic... The pair being best friends for a decade. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. So he just sat around and waited for you, kind of like a loser that no one wants to date, sat around and waited for you, and then decided to get engaged to a woman who spreads it for everyone with no discretion. Okay. So I looked at it the next, I was like, I need to see this guy. I want to know what he looks like. I want to know who decided that it would be a good decision. And this is the picture of the guy. You can make your own decision about this, but the guy looks, first of all, we know he's a total simp, right? Because what kind of self-respecting man would ever propose to someone who's doing the nasty like this with every guy, no discretion? Oh, let me rack up the numbers. Secondly, I'm just going to say it. He looks a tad feminine. He does. He looks a tad feminine. He looks like he's a total doormat. So what's the deal with this guy? Interesting. It says here that Henry, his name, Henry knows how important my work is to me. This is her quote, this Annie Knight. My drive and perseverance is part of why he loves me. Oh, part of why your fiance loves you is your drive and perseverance to get it on with a bunch of strangers? Oh, great. You're dead inside and he is as well. Thanks for the info. While I want to be with Henry forever, it doesn't change what I do for a living. Brayshaw, who is the son of a sports commentator, popped the question following a romantic dinner. Oh, a romantic dinner with someone who spreads her legs for everyone. How romantic. And then it gets revealed that they were best friends for a decade and they dated a couple of times, but the timing just wasn't right. Oh yeah? Okay. Maybe somebody was in his ear saying, you out of your freaking mind. Prior to that, Brayshaw said many things were up in the air when it came to their relationship, but proposing felt like a comfort blanket. As soon as I did it, so interesting. When you know, you know. And then this is the best. She said her fiance's compliance with what she does, the fact that he just allows her to do all of this stuff and embraces it with open arms, is due to the respect. Imagine that word being in the same paragraph with this woman. Respect and love he has for her. Honey, listen, let me break it to you. Annie Knight. No man that loves and respects you would ever allow you to be doing this to your body, to be spreading it for everybody left and right at all. Okay. And it's going to be very hard for a man to genuinely love and respect you when you're behaving like this. So this guy is a total simp. This guy is completely deflated. This guy's masculinity is gone out the door. This guy has no self-respect himself. And honey, let's just face it. You picked a guy who didn't have any options. You picked a guy who felt like this was the best he could do, because what grown, self-respecting adult male is going to wife up a woman who thinks it's amusing to sleep with 583 guys in one day? Can you find one for me? Okay, I learned everything I needed to know about this guy. He's a very sad human specimen, right? There's a part of me that feels sorry for him and another that says, you know what? Why do I feel sorry for a grown man? Wake up, wake up. This is the best too. She says that she set boundaries in place to make sure he's comfortable. Do you know what they are? She says that she doesn't kiss the guys that she sleeps with. So 583 guys line up in one day. You're spreading your legs. You're doing all sorts of things to their wing wang. You're doing this and that, but you don't kiss them. And you think that somehow preserves the sanctity of your supposedly real relationship outside of all this content? Honey, you are twisted. You have lost your way. You are beyond brainwashed and frankly dead inside. Okay? She says, oh, I don't kiss the people that I film with, thinking that somehow that just seals the sanctity of her bond with her fiance outside if she just does everything else. Honey, can I ask you, who would want to kiss your mouth? What self-respecting man would want to kiss your mouth when you've had everybody else's wing wang in it that day? 583 wing wangs? No, I'm sorry. Jed, why are you saying wing wang? Listen. Because, you know, you got to keep it clean, if you know what I'm saying. All right. So now it gets a little crazy. Viewers, are you ready? I don't think you're ready, because I found the video. Annie Knight made a video of her day sleeping with 583 losers. Okay. Let's call them what they are. Guys, if you're doing this, if you are signing up to sleep with a 304 at this level, Annie Knight, OF star, who's also sleeping with 582 other guys that day, men, if you are signing up for this, you are a loser. Get ready to see this day. You're going to be like, ooh. And ladies, pay attention too. Okay, let's go to the video. This is B. We're going to roll it through, and then we're going to talk about how sick this all is.
I'm getting like 500 plus people today, and I'm going to vlog the whole thing. This is my little before fit. This is what I look like before. I'm going to take Billy for a quick little WALK around the block, and then I'm out of here. Okay, taking Bill for a walk because I'm leaving him at home by himself for 10 hours. We're here. And I'll get my photos. Yes! Oh, look.
On there.
Yeah. I'm a little bit nervous. So I've got like 12 staff members here helping me out. So I have spoken to Henry this morning. Hi, I'm Annie Knight, and I'm getting by over 200 guys today. Between 200 to 600.
When Lily Phillips did a challenge like this, she cried because she couldn't make all the men finish.
Hey guys, come in. You'll sign in here. Thank you. And then I'll see you back there. Oh my God, I was like, what the? I was like, you know where to come.
While you're in there, what's the plan?
Mate, you know where.
Quick J, Phil.
They give you extra stamina I come from Melbourne all the way down to come to Gold Coast to see Annie here.
Here onwards, so I'll put on if you don't want to be featured or anything.
Do I have to wear it?
There you go, don't you?
Thank you.
Fun.
Yeah.
I just like every time I look up, there's my face. And in the next group. Yeah.
Well, that's
Just hydrating. I've just been by 106 guys, so my arms are a little bit sore. $154. That's to come, by the way.
Oh, yeah, really?
Hey.
We heard on the interviews. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I had a in each hand, and he was me, and he had my toes in his mouth.
No,
The average is like 4 or 5 inches.
Annie, we're up to 356. Are you ready?
I'm always ready, babe.
I was scared. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thanks to Annie.
Yeah.
Great day. Every bloke should get on down
Come on
and
down.
give her a go.
Yeah. What's my total body count after this challenge? No idea.
I have flashes of guys that were good.
He was just throwing me around the room.
Marley, what number did we end up getting?
583.
What? That was the best day ever. I'm literally beyond ecstatic that many guys showed up. I'm so grateful. I had guys fly interstate. I had guys travel 6 hours. Like, I had a guy's uncle show up. It was the best. I couldn't have asked for better. And I can't wait for you guys to see all the content.
Okay. All right. Take a deep breath, y'all. I know that was a lot. That was a lot to just inhale. Okay. All right. So let's break this down. Okay. Because we need to talk about some components of this horrific, disturbing, very disturbing stuff, right? Am I not right? Especially the pink ski masks. Oh God. So she takes her dog for a walk. You're like, wow, she's just acting like it's any old regular day. Annie Knight taking the dog for a walk because for 10 hours she's going to get, as she says, in quotes, I'm getting how self-respecting the language too. I'm getting by over 100 men, she says. She doesn't know what number she's going to get up to. Made it to 583. By the way, how is she not in pain? Right? How is she not sore from that experience? I mean, is this lady just stretched out like Gumby? Ooh, nasty. Okay. Jed, you're being so vulgar. Well, listen, I have to call it like it is, right? And this is vulgar stuff that needs to be met with. We just need to really be honest about what's going on here. This is some sick, sick stuff. So these guys that have the pink ski masks, how disturbing is that? Now, just understand what that means. These guys are humiliated. They know that this is so morally debased. They know that they are so unbelievably simpy and pathetic and worthless that they know they need to cover their faces. They're not comfortable now. I give it to that one guy who took the mask off, right? At least he's owning, right? At least he's owning his involvement, right? He's saying, oh, I'm proud of it. That's who he is. He's putting it out there. He's not afraid to be judged. At least that guy is being honest with himself and the world. The rest of these guys, you have to wonder, do they have girlfriends? Are they married? Are they just lowlifes that are afraid that this will forever haunt them? Are they just like, oh, I'm doing this, but I know it's so foul, but I have to succumb? Also, did you see the men? Belly, nasty, flabby, feminine, looking like, women with D's. Very ultra feminized, out of shape. I didn't see a muscle in the bunch. I didn't see one guy that looked like he really was a man, right? I didn't see one guy with sex appeal. Of course not, because those guys aren't going to be signing up to get in line, right, for your turn with some girl that spreads it for everyone. Why is that a prize? Why is it a prize to get with a girl who gets with everyone? That's not the prize, guys. The prize is to get with a girl and to manage to get the heart and body and soul of a woman who doesn't give it to everyone because she's selective. Because she has self-respect, because she cares about her body, because she cares about her mind, because she cares about her soul. That's a get. Annie Knight is not a get. Annie Knight just flashes, spreads, does everything for everyone. That's not a get. But you know what? 99.9% of these guys know that, which is why they're walking around in pink ski masks. How freaking disturbing to see that. They're embarrassed. And honestly, are you surprised that she made this video? I'm not, right? Because she figured, well, I'm going to milk the experience, right? And now I got the video to edit. Now I got the video. I'm going to disseminate this. She wants that the next time she does this, she wants more people to line up. She figures this is like the bait. Look how exciting. She's in her lingerie. It's like a big joke. Everything is a big joke. Let me tell you something. First of all, these guys are losers, right? We can all acknowledge that. These guys are losers. Men, what are you doing? What are you doing? How have you sunk so low as a man? And everybody always says, oh, rails against these OF girls, which, I do too, because you have a choice as a woman, right? I know it's easy money to get a boob job and to get all dolled up and to embellish yourself. I don't know if Annie Knight has a boob job. I'm saying in general, to get the plastic surgery and to spread it and go on OnlyFans and make your money. I know it's easy money. I do. Oh, Jed, that's hard work. Please give me a break. Okay. Give me a break. All right. You're going for the low hanging fruit. I get it. And I get that you make your money. I get it. But guys, you realize these women would not have a pot to piss in if you weren't paying for it. So when everybody says, oh, these women are disgusting. They're so disgusting. Yeah, that's true. These OnlyFans 304s are disgusting what they're doing, right? In their core, they have lost complete sense of self-respect. Yes, but these guys are paying for it. And this whole industry wouldn't live. These girls would have to do something else if you guys weren't willing to sit home like a bunch of losers and shell out your cash. Or worse, show up and have sex with a woman who has sex with 582 other guys that day. Does it get lower than that? Honestly. So people watching in my audience, first of all, I'm hoping that none of you would take part in this, okay? I'm hoping that you would just say, not me, okay? But I want you to consider the path of a man that gets him to a place where he looks like a simp, where he's flabby and feminized and weak and wimpy, and would line up to be the 583rd guy in a lineup to have sex with Annie Knight, a woman who spreads it for anything that walks. Maybe you don't even have to walk for her. I'm sure there's no standard at all. She said no one got turned away. Okay, this is the world we live in. So we got to check the women and we got to check the men, because this is morally debased, nasty, gross, disgusting stuff. Down to the gift bags. Okay, all right. And by the way, after watching that video, do you feel sorry for the guy that she got engaged to? Because I don't. You are a freaking moron if you get engaged to an OnlyFans star who is sleeping with 500 plus guys in a day. And even if it's not, let's say it's 100, let's say it's 50. If you're doing that as a man and you propose to that woman looking like the simp and the little deflated like female energy that you have, do I feel sorry for you? No, I don't. Man up, you're disgusting.
Listen, I date men that are worth over $50 million, which means that if you think asking for a black car being sent to you by just a regular person is like not achievable, you need to raise your standards. I ask them sometimes on the first date, but definitely by the second date, to give me a gift. Now, I'm not going to tell them what to gift me because I want to see how generous they are, but they are not allowed to get me flowers because I already get myself flowers every week. Like, I don't need flowers, please. And I have a cat. You're going to fucking kill her. I have like literally standards and like ways that I conduct myself. So if you, as a man who is worth $50 million, generating millions of dollars, a lot of them are worth hundreds of millions of dollars because of their businesses, and they can't do small stuff like that. They can't put a date together, something nice, something generous, like a good conversation, like talk to me about what it is that you are going to do for me, how you're going to woo me, like talk about future plans, get to know me as a person. Like, no. Also, there's like no opening my legs. That's not a thing. It's not on the table. It will never be. And I get everything that I want. They give me everything that I want and beyond, because at the end of the day, a guy who has a CEO mindset, who is telling the entire world what to do every day, wants to be told what to do. You gotta whip him into shape. Whip him. I'm not here to conform to him. I am not here to please him. He is there to please me. He is there to serve me. He is there to give me. Again, this is a very high, powerful, net worth individual. So, not your average person who's making like less than 150K. And even like between 150 to like 400, it's a similar mindset, because they got bills and savings and all of that. Like, you gotta go for the millions, honey. You gotta go for the millions. And never ever sleep with them, because what if the next guy's richer that they introduce you to, and like nicer and kinder and more generous and more fun? Keep your options open.
Okay. Keep your options. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she? Don't you just hear that Isn't She Lovely song? Is it Lionel Richie? I don't remember. Don't you hear it playing in the background when she speaks? I don't. Okay. So this one is special, right? Because typically you hear the women saying, I want a guy who makes six figures, right? Which is relatable to some people. They say, all right, six figures if you live in a city, like, all right. This one, $50 million. Now, I don't know if she's telling the truth. Honey, who are you dating that makes $50 million and above? And what's so special about you? Really, what is it? I honestly, I need to know. But $50 million, she says, she goes for, not just a million. 50 million and up, she says, you know, hundreds of millions, or, you know, CEOs she's talking about. Right off the bat, she says that she asks for a gift. Why do you deserve a gift, right? I mean, I don't care how much money he has. I don't care if he's swimming in money. I don't care if he goes home at night and he sleeps in a waterbed full of coins. I don't care if he's got, you know, gold and platinum furniture. I don't care what he has. Why do you deserve for him to be spending money on you in second one? What have you done to deserve that? Are you kind? Are you appreciative? Are you supportive? Are you, what is it about you? Nothing, she says. She says essentially, nothing really. I just show up and they give to me. Well, guys, this is on you again. What idiot is doing this? What idiot is doing this? Man, I'm starting to realize, like, are there just a lot of dumb guys? What the heck is going on? She says, I don't want flowers because flowers is mundane. It's not expensive enough. Read the words in between the words, right? It's not expensive enough. And plus she has a cat that might die. That's true. Certain cats can't eat certain flowers, which is really funny to me. But regardless, she says, I have standards. And she says, when I sit down, I want you to tell me what you're going to do for me. Tell me how you're going to woo me. Tell me what you're going to do to keep me. Tell me, how you're gonna make me happy. Or she wants to sit down and basically you come with a gift, an expensive gift, and then you spend the whole time explaining to her what you're gonna do for her. What is this girl doing for you this whole time? Well, she goes on to tell you, well, don't sleep with them. So she's not even putting out, right? It's not like a transaction of that kind. I'm not saying that transaction would be good either, but it's not even that. So she says, oh, don't sleep with them. Because you know why? Well, there might be a guy after him that I want to like save myself for. I'll just milk this guy for all he's worth financially. I'll just milk it all. Now, I don't know if she's doing other stuff. She says she's not spreading her leg. Maybe she's doing other nasty stuff. I don't know. But she's not going to waste that on this guy because this guy, you know, she's just going to bleed him dry financially and then move on to, well, maybe the next one I might like and that one I might want to sleep with. Who knows? I mean, is this sick or is this sick? And by the way, when you search these videos, you find woman after woman after woman. They're all saying the same thing. Now, some of them aren't saying that they're in the $50 million club. I would like to know too, where do these women get this sense of ego, right? I mean, is she an attractive girl? Sure. What is it about her that makes her, if she's going to say, I need $50 million, okay, well, you need a $50 million guy. That guy's obviously going to have a lot of options to, you know, all right. What makes you special? Did you see anything? I was looking. I was like, average pretty girl. Like, okay. And you got an attitude that sucks again. Why? Why would, oh, gosh. So just know, and again, this can happen. We can look at this and say, well, this is different. This is 50 million. You know what? It's happening at a smaller scale. It's happening to guys making 100K a year. It's happening to guys, whatever the dollar value is. You've got women all over the place saying, I expect A, B, C, D. I expect money to be spent. I expect you to tell me how wonderful I am. I expect you to tell me what you're going to do for me. And I don't have to do anything in return. So guys, if you're putting up with this, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Wake up. Man alive. I asked for a gift. Oh, yeah? Oh, and she says, I get it. And you know why? She's getting away with this. You think she's doing this over and over again? If she's not getting away with it, no, she's doing it because she's in, oh, check. Okay, now I'm done with him. Oh, I got like 2 Cartier bracelets and oh, it's good night. Okay, see you later. I don't like you. Bye. And then next video pops up. What a bunch of dummies. And then she says, by the way, CEOs, she says CEOs who tell everyone what to do all day, they like to be told what to do. Essentially, they like to be on like a dog leash. I mean, do these guys have some sort of like masochistic like fetish? Where they really are they like CEO by day and then they're led around on a leash at night by some boss babe like this who's insufferable? I'm starting to wonder because I have never encountered a man in my life that would put up with this.
What is your body count?
36. I mean, I'll be, you know.
How old are you?
19.
Jesus Christ.
When's the last time you had?
June 2021. I basically regret my virginity. I only make out with guys.
Hey, it's not working like that. Okay.
It does! It does!
Like a month ago, because I'm low-key exclusive with a man right now.
You're exclusive with him?
No.
Okay. So this guy goes, a lot of these, right? They stand outside the club and they get these girls and you're just like, what in heaven's name is even going on? Ooh, God. 36 years old. Can you imagine? 36 body count. Can you imagine being 19 years old? 19. I remember when I was 19, I was just like, it's like you're just like rolled out of the womb at 19. It's true. You're just entering adulthood, right? Just into that adult range. 36 body count at 19 years old as a woman is so far beyond disgusting and just perverse and vomit inducing. I don't even know what to say. The other girl next to her, by the way, this is an important point. She says, I haven't had sex in a long time. It's like I regrew my virginity. Girls actually feel like, if I had a body count of like 50, like a few years ago, but now I haven't had sex for 3 years, it like doesn't count. It's like I'm a virgin again. No, honey, you're not. You're not. And do you know why you're not a virgin again? First of all, because that's physically impossible. And secondly, because you now have incurred all the damage of those experiences that a virgin wouldn't have. So when a guy goes to meet you and date you, you're still bogged down by all of the damage of having been basically like an In-N-Out burger for all of these guys for years. Even though it was a few years ago, you don't get back the innocence and the purity of a virgin just by not having sex for a couple of years. But some of these women will actually peddle that talking point. Do you believe? I mean, honestly, this gets said. Also, can I just say something here? I'm going to date myself a little bit. I don't care. Guys, can you also beware of women who maybe don't sleep with everyone, but make out and tongue everyone down at the bar? That is really disgusting as well. Kissing is very intimate, let's be honest. And also, like, a girl who goes out and every week is going to bars and like, do you really want that mouth to be with your mouth? There's something really disgusting about a woman that will just kiss everyone. Then let me ask you a question, guys. When you ultimately do get that kiss, does it mean anything to you? Really? Does it mean anything to you to get to make out with a girl who has made out with everyone on earth? Do you feel special? My guess is no. And I had a friend in college. It was crazy. She was not the type to sleep around. Not the type to sleep. I think she had a body count of like one, right? She had one college boyfriend. She broke up with him and she would kiss everyone. It was like a running joke. Every time we would go out, there would be like 2 or 3 guys that she would kiss, like make out, swapping the spit, tongue, all, the real kisses, and I would be like, this is vile. This is so vile to me because it's still intimate and it still shows that you have no self-respect and you're not selective at all. And I used to say to her, one of these days you're going to get with a guy. And if he finds this out, like, that's equal. Guys, tell me. Now, I realize I'm not 20 and I realize you have a pool of women to deal with and you have to be realistic about what's going on. But is this not disgusting? Is this not disgusting? How is it a prize to get the girl? Like, it used to be like, oh, you get the girl. Really? It's a prize to get the girl who's literally licked the whole bar? That's nasty. Now, maybe she's not spreading the legs, but the tongue in somebody's mouth all up in their face, not selective, any rando at the bar, that's disgusting. So guys, listen, be picky about that too. Really? I mean, I go, oh, well, how picky can guys be? Really though, honestly, send the message out that this is nasty. This stuff's got to stop.
Do you think men want women who dress provocatively or modestly?
I think men should not give a
Why shouldn't men care?
because why are you complaining about seeing your woman in some fine ass fucking clothing? If you can't handle a bad bitch, don't date one, baby.
You don't think that sometimes you should just preserve that bad bitch energy for your man and your man only?
The I look like a wife?
But you want to be.
No, I don't.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm 23. I'm not thinking about that.
When a man looks at you and you come out like this in Austin, what do you think he thinks?
I do not give a about what any man thinks of me. Facts. She really doesn't. Like, I don't care.
But do you think that helps or hurts you in the long run?
I don't give a
Could it be that you're just in pain?
Bro, the world is dying. Why would I give
So you would still dress just like this if you had a man?
Yes. Yes, I would. And if you can't handle that, don't date me. Simple as that.
Okay, that's the best advice I heard. Don't date me. Guys, don't do it. First of all, is she in some kind of freaking Halloween costume? I mean, honestly, I get like dressing sexy, you're single. Like, I get it. But like, it's starting to look like Halloween. Is it not? Did she have like a devil horns? What was that I'm looking at? I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore. Ooh, man. So she says, this is common too. I don't care what guys think of me. I don't care. One thing she says that's true, if you can't handle a bad don't date one. Guys, don't date women like this and expect them to change. Don't date the bad she says, her words, not mine, and expect them to suddenly be like, you know, a rural housewife in a sundress, you know, baking your bread and being like, hey, honey, I love you. It's not happening, right? If they start out like this, I don't care what kind of reformation they undergo, the damage and the soil of this lifestyle, it's still in there. It's still in there. And that attitude of I'm going to do whatever I want is still in there too. Unless they have some type of real, serious come to Jesus, literal come to Jesus moment. And I have not seen that very often, to be completely honest. And the idea is men shouldn't care about how you dress. Well, why? Why shouldn't men care about how you dress? Why should your boyfriend? First of all, the premise here, guys, you shouldn't, if you're taking life seriously, you should not be dating a girl like this. End of story. Okay? If you decide to date a girl like this, just know that everything you say is not going to matter, right? If you say, ooh, I don't like you going out looking like you're in a slutty Halloween costume, she's going to do it anyway, right? She's going to do it anyway. So you're not going to get anywhere. But the idea that a guy wouldn't care, of course they care. They care because they want to know why you're looking when you have them as the boyfriend to go out and get a whole bunch of attention from other guys. That's a legitimate concern. Okay, guys, the way that you don't let this happen to you is you don't date, as she says, a bad. Okay, imagine calling yourself a bad bitch. Gosh. And then they say, like, all the time you'll hear, I'm 23, I'm 22. I don't care about that. I don't care about marriage. I don't care about, I did Access Vegas a week or two ago. I don't even remember. I did that show, hopped on, and all the girls are like, oh, I'm so young. I don't care. Really? Well, all of the guys that in a few years you're going to care because you're going to want a husband. Right? You're not going to want to be doing what you're doing right now. And that guy is going to look back and have a long history of videos and crap to look at. And you're just going to be X'd out. He's going to be like, ew, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. So by the time they care, it's too late. By the time this girl who's 23 dressed in the slutty Halloween costume on the street answering ridiculous questions like an idiot cares, she's going to be X'd out of all the good guys. No guy's going to want to date her knowing her history. And believe me, oh, well, they won't know, Jed. They find out. They find out. They do. And these videos circulate, right? They're all over the internet. Imagine one day you decide to take a girl seriously. Guys, imagine you start to take a girl seriously and she's like done the mass delete, right? It's 5 years later. And all of a sudden you're scrolling and you're like, is that? And there she is. I'm a bad bitch. I don't care what my man says. My body count is 36 and I'm only 19. Can you imagine? And you're like, that's my girlfriend. Holy mother of what is going on? You're going to have instances like that. I'm telling you straight up. All right. Last one of the day, number 5. This is a good one. This is I think this is a graphic, if I'm not mistaken. Let's pull it up. All right. So it says, you will never find someone like me. Look at the photo. It's the same girl over and over again. Right. And let's look at this. What is it? Right. The boobs, all, either they're fake or they're all compressed. The dead eyes, probably from the Botox. Maybe the hair color changes, but it's the exact same style. The lips plumped up like the Kylie Jenner fish lips. I didn't get lip filler. It's lip liner. Okay, honey. Yes. Right. And J-Lo's using olive oil to get that complexion. Come on. Not everybody's a freaking moron. This is what girls think in their mind. This is the female delusion that they will say, oh, you'll never find someone like me. And guys are like, hey, you girls have become so mundane. You all look the same. You all act the same. You have no substance. You all equally have no substance. You're all promiscuous. You're all, I don't need a man. You're all thinking your looks are gold and your looks are the selling point and you've got nothing else going. You're not working on any other component of who you are, right? You're just like, oh, what do I bring to the table? This. That's all you got. And guys are saying, yeah, you're a dime a dozen, honey. You're a dime a dozen. And that is the truth. Those girls are a dime a dozen. And then you know what happens? A girl shows up, the girl next door, right? And they have self-respect and they're pretty. Maybe they don't have, a boob job and like fake lips and all that, but they're pretty naturally. They wake up and they look pretty. They're outside, getting the mail and the hair's blowing in the wind and it's not all dyed and it's just natural and pretty and not embellished. Got maybe a little, their cheeks are a little pink from being kissed by the sunlight. They're not spreading it for everybody. And that girl stands out. That girl, so you take her out to dinner and she's polite and grateful and laughs and thinks you're funny and is respectful and texts you back. And that is the girl that stands out, right? Because she's not looking and acting like every other promiscuous, nasty, embellished, fake lipped, fake hair, boobs propped up 304 that's out there. Y'all know it. I want you to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. I forgot to remind you to hit the subscribe button, so I want you to do it right now. Hit that subscribe button, and don't forget aura.com/Jedediah to find out if your passwords have been compromised. Don't be losing your finances, especially the guys out there. It's integral. Thank you everyone for being here today. I love you so much. See you again soon. Bye.